So the title for today's lesson is I Want to Be Successful. I've been battling between I want to be successful and my path forward. So we want to discuss how to move forward from where we are to where we want to get to. So good evening once again and welcome to our Wednesday Creative Living series at First Center of Religious Science. We are 204 West 84th Street, New York City. And in this place, we welcome people of all faiths, races, and spiritual orientations. We want you to feel comfortable and at home as we present different ideas for your consideration. We don't want to comfort, we just want to tell you the truth, the simple truth, because we know everything we do here is about this teaching. And we know that wherever you are, if you put this teaching to use, it will work for you. So today we want to discuss how to improve our lives so we can live more joyous, abundant, and fulfilled lives. I always like this word, fulfilled lives. Everything is working out in the way it has been planned for your own good. I want to live fulfilled lives. That's our dream. We want to meet our targets, do that which you have been created to do. We want to succeed in this and get past limitations that we might be experiencing. As humans, there will always be challenges. We learn how to be resilient, focus on what we have come here to do, and achieve it, and not let those limitations, those barriers, those challenges to deter us from looking forward. I want to start with a story. There's a story of a woman who once struggled to make ends meet. But through sheer determination and hard work, she built a thriving business empire from scratch. Now she penned a book detailing her journey and sharing her strategies for success. So what can we learn from her? For one thing, she never quit. Never quit before the miracle. They always say the darkest period of the night is just before dawn. Some of us, we've put so much work, stayed the course, worked so hard. And when we are very close to the manifestation of what we've been holding on, we just give up. She never gave up on herself. She held onto her vision. And when we say someone holding on to her vision, that's why we talk about our vision, putting your vision, your affirmations, where whenever you come, you see it. It's a reminder. I am blessed, I am supplied and supported. You put it because constantly our mind is working. And we want to always have things that focus us to what we have come here to do, to be. So she said she never gave up on herself. She held her vision and she stayed the course. Put your vision where you can see it. Possibly anywhere you enter your room, you see your vision clear. Clear, definite, defined, achievable. This is something that we who live in the affirmative life do. We stay focused on the good. That doesn't mean we will not have distractions, but it's just like tenaciously holding on to the truth. That's why sometimes you see when we are having challenges, we speak out some things. Sometimes things come in mind and you find yourself saying some things. I can do it. Never again. Get lost because you're trying to rechannel the thoughts of your mind to positive direction. Or let's take the case of a young businessman who faced numerous setbacks and failures before finally achieving his breakthroughs. His story isn't just about success. It's about resilience, perseverance, and the lessons learned along the way. Success isn't just about following a business plan. It's about the individual journey and staying with it. about understanding everything that happens on the left, on the side, on the east, on the north, knowing that all of them are lessons. Everything is working out for your own good. Both the good, both the bad, both the challenging time, it just has one purpose, fundamentally, to work out for your own good. So success isn't just about, I said, following a business plan. It's about your individual journey. It's about knowing that you are supplied and supported. It's about knowing that in this situation, in every situation, if you stay the course, only good would come out of it. It's about understanding that when you come from this place of connection, wholeness, life, abundance, it's only what would come out of it. So when we adapt, when you need to, being flexible enough and open-minded to make changes along the way, to learn the lessons. It's about learning the lessons that the universe presents to you. Like we say, there are no mistakes. Everything, like we say, it's an orchestration by the divine to bring you to where you are now. To learn the lessons. We said sometime past that there are no failures. Everything that you've tried and did not succeed, they are experiments. And as you keep trying them, you're learning and you're perfecting and you're getting closer to your target. In this teaching and classes, we constantly want to remind you that the first step involved is to see ourselves as success. So, what perspective are you seeing your life? It's not just saying it. We say it, we believe it, we feel it. I am a success. I am successful. The works of my hands are blessed. I am fruitful. I am abundant. What do you declare? Declare that until you mean it, until you feel it. We must choose to be successful. It has to come from within to work itself on the outside. As within, so it's without. There's another thing they say, fake it until you make it. It's just a case of being focused on doing that you want. It may not happen in the moment, but as you keep doing it, you just find that you're raising positive vibes, positive energy towards achieving what you want. It's tough to imagine that we are going to be very successful in life if we still maintain an undercurrent of thoughts that we are not good enough or that we are a failure in any way. It's very difficult. You want to be successful and you're still thinking about the failures. You'll be distracted. It's like you're sharing your energy. We want the whole energy channeled towards the right direction. So whatever are the setbacks, whatever are those weights, whatever are those challenges, whatever are those beliefs that will always make you to turn back, we want to let go. So there is inner work to always be done. Everything starts from the mind. The scripture will say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mind, the mouth speaks. So what are you saying? What are you believing? Whatever spirit will do for you will first be through you. We've said this a number of times. We know we have a divine right actions to choose how we express life. How are you choosing to express life? From that place of half full or half empty? It's your choice. Remember, you can change your mind, you can change your day anytime. We may do nothing, but we have also chosen to do nothing. We're talking about our path forward. We all possess an inherent freedom, a divine privilege to shape our lives according to our desires and decisions. Like Dr. Greg will often say, it's entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. Even when we feel like we are not actively making choices, by defaulting to inaction, we still make a choice. So your action, your inactions, both ways, either way, you're making a choice. So consider a person who feels stuck in a job they dislike, but decided not to pursue other opportunities. Despite their dissatisfaction, they have made a decision not to try. They have made a decision to remain where they are. That's still a choice. They choose to prioritize stability or comfort over potential growth or fulfillment. That's still a choice. I don't like what is happening here. This is affecting me this way. But when you think about, oh, at least I still get my salaries weekly. I'm still able to do this. And you remain in that status quo. They may have decided it's too much work to look for a job, or there are too many unknowns, or like we say, the devil you know is better than the one you don't know. And with all this, you just hold on to that which is uncomfortable because you do not want to do the work of expanding yourself. So people prioritize, we rationalize, and make decisions of all kinds without even understanding that the universe is acting upon these decisions. If you decide to stay on what is comfortable, that's what you have given to the universe to work with. And if you decide you're uncomfortable with what is happening, you need you need to shake some things off. That is also what you are placing in the hands of the universe to work with. Now, I know many people who choose not to act when uncertain. And that is clearly understandable. Maybe you feel it's risky and you don't want to move. That's okay. That's also a decision. Choosing not to act is still a decision, and there can be consequences. Also, I'll be ready for the consequences. So when we let circumstances unfold without our intervention, we give up our power to directly influence the outcome. And again, I say that's still okay if that's what you want. Like I said, either with our actions or inactions, it's still a decision that we're making. And for either direction, that is us empowering or sending the universe on errand. This is the way I want it. So our lives are shaped not only by our actions, but also by the actions we refrain from taking. Period. If we are unwilling to live where we are, we can't move forward to improve, to grow, to progress. So how would you progress? How will you be expansive when you're so comfortable? You're okay. And we always talk about faith with corresponding, or action with corresponding, faith with your corresponding action, moving your feet. If we are not willing to let go of yesterday's thoughts and grievances, it will be very difficult for us to live today, because those things will always take us back. So we come into this teaching with a desire to demonstrate lives filled with greater success and happiness. And that does not come by being comfortable on what we are used to. It comes by picking on this word and running with it and moving our feet. The demonstrations, the manifestations always come in work, when we walk, in service, not when we are relaxed. Ideally, we see ourselves living extraordinary lives, or at least good lives filled with good things. That's what we want. Most people hope things will get better. Look at the number of people who buy lottery tickets hoping that luck will bring success. But are we ready to work for success? Success needs work. We need to run with our vision. We need to run with the truth that we know. Most people become comfortable where they are, sticking with what is familiar. And again, you won't blame them because that's familiar, that's what is comfortable. They can navigate it with their eyes closed. Maybe comfortable is the wrong word. Maybe they don't like where they are, but they are unwilling to do the extra things required to move forward. What are the extra things or the things that we need to do to move forward? What are the extra things or the things we need to do to strengthen those crooked parts? To lay off those weights that are holding us down. We might buy self-help books and leave them lying around, hoping they will magically improve our lives. It doesn't happen that way. Many people have read textbooks, or You Can Heal Your Life by Louise here. But it's not just in the reading, acquiring the knowledge, it also needs practice, work. But relatively few really attempt to practice living in connection. And what is living in connection? It's, again, that place of knowing that whatever you are going through, the outcome would always be great, powerful. The challenges, the mountains, they're not there to kill us. They are there to make us better, to bring us to a better place, an enlarged place. Everything we need for success needs work, practice. Only when we are willing to go beyond our comfort zones and let go of our fears, we all have fears, the old stories, and sometimes laziness, can we step onto the stage of life and concentrate on the most important person. One thing all these beliefs and weights does, it just blurs our vision. We can't think clearly with those negative thoughts, with the fears. Because, again, fears, we say, they're false evidences that appear real. They're not real. They just hold us down. Every day, every moment, every second, there is always a choice. What choice? What decisions are you making today? The decisions you make today would affect your tomorrow. We are always thinking and speaking in the realm of the mind. Every moment of every day, we get away with nothing. It's like we're sowing seeds, and you will reap whatever seeds you've sown. So seeds of joy, you will reap that in return. Just like they say, if you smile at someone, someone will smile back at you. Even if it does not come directly from that person, it's a seed you sowed. It will come in a different way. The universe responds to everything. Like I said before, it does not sleep, it does not slumber. It's alive, it's awake 24/7. Every thought we think is creative. Any thought you think is creative. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, they are creative. Every single day, in every moment, we are faced with choices. What are you deciding? And that's why I always like when we talk about these truths, because if we know the truth, it will also affect what we allow to our minds, what we allow into our minds. It will affect what you constantly think. It will affect every aspect, because again, when you fill yourself with positive vibes, positive energy, it will affect your dream, your vision. We are constantly thinking and talking, shaping our thoughts and words. Nothing we think or say goes unnoticed. They have creative abilities in them. And Dr. Ernest Holmes states, one of the important things for us to remember is that we are always creating something for ourselves through our thoughts. Always. And whatever cause we set in motion must produce some effect. Seed time and harvest time, action and reaction. We choose the direction of our thoughts. Yes, we do, because we have the power to channel it to the direction we want. If you're constantly thinking of the negative, you will see the resultant effect. But we can change those thoughts. We alone control our destiny. Life is what we make it. And the thing about affirmations and declaration is that once you constantly do these affirmations, do these treatments, you find that you are walking in the direction of what you are doing. It can be a life of continuous growth and development of joy and happiness. Yes, it can be. We can make it so by constantly putting that in focus, living it, declaring it, knowing that what we say are powerful, the words of our mouth are powerful. Or it can be filled with anger, self-pity, despair, and regret. We choose whichever way we want to. We get to decide whether we will have a life of success or failure. Again, we have a right to choose our life experience. And once we have made our choice, we have established our goal and purpose in mind, and they are ready to grow. If we desire success, we must think about success. Read about success. Watch everything that is successful. Talk about it. Dine with it. Act on success. We need to fully embrace the idea of success and make it part of who we are. Like the quote, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." That's a very deep thing. As you think in your heart, so you are. You can't cover it up. Whatever is within will show on the outside. If you're peaceful within, if you have streams of joy within, it will show on the outside. Because that energy will be what will be shown outside. If you're hateful, it will show on the outside. And another quote, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. What are you conceiving? What seeds are you sowing? Are you allowing your mind to conceive fruitfulness, success, abundance? Whatever you can conceive, whatever you can fill your thoughts with. I want to be successful. I want to be great. I want to be good at this. I want to be awesome. I want to be abundant. You want to enlarge your territories. What are you conceiving? Whatever you conceive in your mind and believe you can achieve. When we understand the power of the universe, which some call God or Spirit, we realize that it's always unfolding in divine order. So if we're able to conceive and believe that all is well, I'm successful, I can do this. Of course, this is the spirit of power, love, and sound mind. Once you can conceive and believe it, all the universe does is to work with what you have placed, what you have within, and to open opportunities, bring opportunities to fulfill that which you conceived and believed in your mind. Opportunities to bring that to fruition would be what will be presented to you. Again, like we say, it constantly conspires for our good. In this teaching, we know that the only journey is the journey within. Refer to it as the journey without a distance. Each person is believed to have a divine spark, a higher self, the God within. This is the source of our wisdom. This is the source of our creativity and the source of the power. One mind, one power. We're all united. Therefore, the key to success starts with understanding and harnessing the power of our inner being. That's why we're always talking about going within to activate that power, the power for good, to use it for your own good. So when we recognize and cultivate a deep connection with ourselves, our inner selves, we unlock our full potential. You'll be amazed at what you can do. We'll gain access to infinite wisdom and guidance. You have so much power at your disposal, and you can use it. That's what we gather each time to learn how to do. This inner knowing can lead us to right opportunities, relationships, circumstances that align with our goals and our aspirations. So ultimately, the most critical connection for success is the one that we have with ourselves. How do you treat yourself? That is why we often remind you of how great thou art. Remember to love yourself just the way you are. Treat yourself kindly. Encourage yourself. Yeah, people can encourage you, but go, even after a challenging time, go to the mirror and look at that person and point at the person and say, I encourage you. I encourage myself. I can do this. You know, there's always something that happens when we do this. You would always sense energy, vibrations come in within you. You can do this. Remember the times when this stuff happened and you succeeded. Speak to yourself. Speak great things. You can do it. You are successful. You are blessed. The works of your hands are blessed. I have wisdom, understanding, knowledge. I can do all things. Speak great things, beautiful things, wonderful things to yourself. Nobody can do it better than you to yourself. Again, it suggests that we want to know our true selves. Socrates advised us to know thyself. Know how it works with you. Know how the Spirit operates with you. Know the promptings of the Spirit. The only person we will really ever know is ourselves, our desires, our aspirations, challenges, and our fears. We understand our limits and the lines we won't cross based on our beliefs. Only when we truly know ourselves can we have confidence in our skills and trust ourselves. Love yourself, accept yourself. Love yourself always, accept yourself, encourage yourself. The next step towards success is commitment. When we aim for a career or a personal goal, we must dedicate ourselves fully to it. What is that you want to achieve? Are you committed to that? Are you tenaciously holding on to that and working towards it? Imagine you want to become proficient at playing the guitar. You can't just pick up the instrument occasionally and expect to master it. Instead, you need to commit yourself to regular practice sessions. This means setting aside time daily to practice. And what are you practicing? You're practicing the chords, the scales, and songs. Even when you would rather be doing something else. Commitment in this context means sticking with your practice routine, even when frustrated or uninspired. It means pushing through challenges and setbacks such as sore fingers, yes, it happens, or difficulty mastering a new technique. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it, keeping it on. Even when you don't feel like you're just doing it because you're working towards your vision. You want to be expansive. You want to move forward. You want to be successful. Ultimately, your commitment to practicing the guitar sets you on the path to musical success. Nothing just happens. Nothing just happens. You don't expect to have an abundant outcome without having put so much input. Commitment is often synonymous with success. Why? Because when we truly commit to something, we are willing to put in the time, not just time, the effort and energy required to achieve our goals. It's about staying focused and persevering even when faced with obstacles or setbacks. Can you imagine there are so many things we've tried, and anytime we face a challenge, we just give up. And if you look back sometimes, there are things that you may have tried and you gave up. And maybe your friends or colleague persevered and you're like, oh, wow, if only I'd held on. If only I continued. So what really comes to mind is in career choices. I mean, when we were in school, college, making decisions. Oh, if only I held on. If only I attended these classes today and I would have been in this profession now or that. If only. So whether it's a job, a relationship, or a personal project, success often hinges on our level of commitment. When we wholeheartedly commit ourselves to our endeavors, we create conditions for success to blossom and flourish. If we want to succeed, we need to control our thoughts and ensure they support our goals. And that's why we've learned at different classes here how we can write our own affirmations. We have affirmations that are unique to your specific goal, target. I want to be this, put it in very clear colors. As you stay in bed, you wake up, that's the thing you see. That's why we talk about our vision. Put it in very clear things where you always see it. It reminds you of the things you need to do. It reminds you of the step you need to take today towards that. Every day reminds you of your the targets of the things you need to go to achieve that goal. It works for everything. Even if you're seeking for sound mind, health, put the affirmations and look at it every time and confess it. Some have recorded their voice and listened to it. Imagine you're training for a marathon. To succeed, you have to train your mind and your body. Whenever negative thoughts pop up, like, I can't do this, or it's too hard, you have to challenge them. And how do you challenge them? By replacing them and getting great affirmations, or replace them with positive affirmations like, I am strong. I can do this. Be encouraged. You can do it. The positive affirmations, what it does, it will cause streams of right energy into your being. And what does it do? It will quicken your physical bodies. That's what it does. They are powerful. They will cause streams of positive vibes, positive vibration, positive energy to well within you. And it just propels you towards working towards your vision. All the time. In these classes, we know we create our own experience, our success. We are in control of the power to do this. It's within you, not outside of you. We are constantly, through this teaching, as we practice, activating this inner strength, inner power, and working it, using it for our own good. Having the right mindset is crucial for success, again, in anything we do. Our consciousness is the sum of everything about us, including our thoughts, our beliefs, our experiences, even the ones we keep to ourselves. It's all those things combined that make up our consciousness. In his booklet, Life is Consciousness, Amy Fox explains that the key to life is understanding that life is essentially a state of consciousness. In other words, our perception and experience of life are determined by our state of consciousness. So how we view and interpret the world around us, how we feel and think about ourselves, and our circumstances shape our reality. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as successful? Or do you give the interpretation of your life from what has happened in the family? Nobody reached or went beyond this level in my family. Is that how you see yourself? Is that your interpretation of your life now? How do you see yourself? As abundant, as blessed, as a joyful being? How do you perceive yourself? For example, if we approach life with an optimistic mindset, we are more likely to notice opportunities. Yes, because the good things will attract good things. Feel empowered to overcome challenges and attract positive outcomes. Conversely, if we harbor negative thoughts and beliefs, we may feel stuck, helpless, and unable to progress towards our goals. This is really, really very important, because all the talking, if you don't see yourself from that place of, you can make it, I know I can do this, I will rise up today and work. I will rise up today and lay hold of that thing I've been waiting for, working towards. This, if you don't come to a realization, a place where you say, this is that day, this is the moment I've been waiting for, and declare and lay hold on to that which you have been working, we already have everything we need to succeed in life. We have everything we need for life and godliness. Our own is just to work and lay hold on it. Like we often say, it's already completed. It's done in the mind of God. This teaching is to make us do that work, to lay hold of that which has been given. Like we often say, we have everything we need for life and godliness ready. So success is within our reach if we understand how our mind works and how to use them effectively. Ernest Holmes said, change your thinking and change your life. This is why we gather every time to remind you that you have it within you. You have it, I have it. We need to activate it and use it for our own good. We want to stir you up to move your feet. You can do it. You've done it before, and you can do it again, and you always do it again. James Allen stated, like I said before, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Again, so change your thoughts. Change how you perceive yourself. Declare great things to yourself. I'm blessed. I'm abundant. Whatever I set my hands to do, I will excel. I will prosper. Any person that touches me, there are healing hands. Any person I touch is blessed. Begin to declare those things. We direct the creative power through the words we say. The power responds only to what you truly believe and accept in your mind. In other words, we receive what we believe. Remember, it is done unto us according to our faith, according to what you believe. We are here to remind you that it starts with the mind. Again, what the mind can conceive, it will have, it will get. What you conceive, you will have. We will always reflect on the outside state of consciousness, but that does not, the outside, it's what people see. What shows on the outside is what is on the inside. So what are you filling the inside with? What is the content? What is the inside content filled with? We constantly achieve what we embody in our consciousness, what we hold in our minds, what we bring into our lives. We see a lot of things. We imagine a lot of things. We hear a lot of things. When the things are not what you want, what do? Do you allow them to go into your mind and sow seeds? The same principle can operate in our lives as bondage if we perceive it as such, or one of perfect freedom. Our use of the law determines the demonstration. Remember, whichever way, action or inaction, we are making a decision. The law works most every direction. If there are positive and creative thoughts, the law works. If they are negative, it also works. So through this teaching, we can change our thinking and create a new day, a new way of living. Our words, our thoughts can create and shape our lives moment by moment. We are in charge of our lives. Listen to this. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or to the faster man. But sooner or later, the man who wins is the one who knows he can. Again, it just boils down to, how do you see yourself? How do you perceive yourself? Whatever you conceive in your mind and believe, you will achieve. The one who wins is the one who knows he can. He or she knows he can by the right of consciousness. Again, what is consciousness? The totality of who you are, what you believe, your thoughts, your mind. So if you believe you can, then you can. You can do all things. I can do all things. And so it is. So thank you all for being here.